before we get started tonight, this is officially a home meet for the Waterloo United.
Welcome to Marcussen Pool in Cedar Falls on the campus of Holmes Junior High, where tonight the 14th ranked Tigers host the Trailhawks of Waterloo United. I'm Jeff Engel along with Mike Bobbledyke bringing the action here from Marcussen Pool. Mike, tonight's meet pits the 14th ranked Tigers against a young Waterloo Swim Club tonight, but I think we're going to see some good racing tonight.
You know, absolutely. We're probably going to see a lot of guys who aren't swimming what they typically would. It's going to get them some different experiences, and also it'd be a good test for our swimmers and maybe some new events. So looking forward to tonight's meet.
Should be a good one tonight. And tonight we're going to get started off with the junior varsity heat. So some young guys getting some experience here and adding to their experience bank in racing. Two teams from Cedar Falls, one in lane 2, the team of Caden Ball, Braden Stewart, Lane Wunderlich, and Noah Veach. And in lane 3, the team of Kaiser Strobing, Alex Babbitts, Caleb Penner, and Patrick Lawson. This medley relay features 4 different strokes here tonight, Mike, and let's talk a little just down and back for each one of these swimmers.
Yeah, that's right. It's you know, it's a good opportunity to test these guys and some of these strokes, and really it's just a sprint for everybody. So good way to start off the meet.
Well, in lane 3, that's Kaiser Strobing on the left side of your screen, taking it out early, and in lane 2 is Caden Ball for the Tigers, getting ready to hand off now to Braden Stewart with a nice entry, and Kaiser Strobing handing off to Alec Babbitts.
Kaiser did a great job of extending out his reach there and really taking advantage of his height and his wingspan to get out to that early lead.
All right, that's Braden Stewart on your screen now, just 1 length down, 1 length to go in this junior varsity heat of the 200-yard medley relay. I'm sorry, that's Alec Babbitts, lane 3. Alec Babbitts, good look at him right now. Alex is going to be handing off to Caleb Penner. We'll be doing the butterfly. It's a nice shot at Caleb Penner as he's really stroking down that first lap, very smooth.
Yep, he's looking good.
And that's Braden Stewart handing out to Lane Wunderlich in lane 2. See Lane going the other way in the right hand of your screen. But this is Caleb Penner bringing it back to Patrick Lawson, who's going to finish it up for the Tiger team in lane 3.
Good exchanges throughout for the A relay for Cedar Falls here.
And let's talk about some of the things that the coaches are looking for tonight out of these JV swimmers.
Well, you know, for some of these, this might be quite possibly their last, well, definitely the last meet here, but as they get ready for the freshman soft meets. And so getting them aligned to make sure that they can make the most of that next meet and put them in the right place to hopefully win that championship.
All right, finishing up there for the Tigers in lane 2, that's Noah Veach. He's really throwing some water.
Good finish, yes.
All right, so first place team was Kaiser Strobing, Alex Babbitts, Caleb Penner, and Patrick Lawson. And in lane 2, the team of Caden Ball, Braden Stewart, Lane Wunderlich, and Noah Veach. So tonight the Tigers will be in lanes 1, 2, and 3. You see on your screen right now. Waterloo, the Trailhawks, will be in lanes 4, 5, and 6. This is for COVID reasons to keep the team separated as much as possible. So the Tiger team in lane 2 tonight will be Connor Schafel, Joseph Blazin, Alex England, and Trenton Holden. And in lane 3 for the Tigers will be Graham Fry, Drew Langner, Cole Wilson, and Connor Woods.
Drew Langner, Cole Wilson, Connor Woods. Lane 4, Matt Less.
It's great to see, Jeff. We've got all grades represented in these relays. You're going to see that throughout the night of Cedar Falls, and there's a lot of youth here that's going to have a huge impact in years to come.
All right, so 2 teams for Waterloo in lane 4 and in lane 5. Starter Bruce Rink is going to call him back to the blocks. You saw something he didn't like there on the start. And a nice fair start for everybody. But look at that Waterloo team in lane 4. That's Matt Less for the Trailhawks taking an early lead.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. And Graham got caught up to him, and he's pulled out to early lead here for the Tiger A relay.
Yeah, Graham Fry, boy, he really just taking a full body length lead and right neck and neck with him, his own teammate, Connor Schafel. They're going to touch pretty much even. And we got a jump. I think lane 3. They got a little anxious there. But for the Tigers right now in the water in lane 2 is Joseph Blaze, and lane 3, Drew Langner. I think Drew got just a little quick off that start. We do have a disqualification. It might be lane 3.
Hopefully we can see a replay later on to see how close that was. These are really, exchanges on relays are, it's all about timing. And with this season being so interrupted with COVID, you don't always get that chance to have that timing down exactly the way you want it.
Well, the Tigers are way out front on this one. So in lane 2 now for the Tigers is Alex England on your right. On your left there is Cole Wilson. Both butterflyers just down and back for butterfly, and they're going to be handing off to Trenton Holden and Connor Woods, lanes 2 and 3. Tigers are definitely going to sweep this one with a 1-2 finish.
Looks like we're going to have a good finish here between these two men here.
Trenton Holden in lane 2, he's really bringing it on. Connor Woods, his own teammate, they touch pretty much even. They're bringing it back. This is some real racing right here.
Could be a great finish here.
Who's it going to be? Trenton Holden lane 2, Connor Woods lane 3. Both of the Tigers, they're going to get a 1-2 finish either way. They're digging, they're clawing, and it's lane 2. Trenton Holden just touching that one out. And I know he's got a little injury here tonight, so he fought through the pain to bring the Tigers home with a strong anchor leg. So the Tiger team of Connor Schafel, Joseph Blaze, and Alex England and Trenton Holden finished first. Tiger team of Graham Fry, Drew Langner, Cole Wilson, and Connor Woods finished second. So watch this finish again. Well, here's that exchange. Oh, yeah. He was way out there. And here's that finish one more time. Touch, touch, touch. And they both digging and clawing right to the finish and looking straight to that scoreboard. Who got it? Who got it?
That's what the 0.06 of a second difference looks like.
Yeah. Good job, guys. So the Tigers off to a really good start there. So that first, second finish will give them 12 points to Waterloo's 2 points. So the Tigers off to a 10-point lead after this first event. So really nice start for Coach Chelsea Zerback and the Tigers here tonight. Our next event here is the JV heat of 200-yard freestyle. Lane 1 for the Tigers, Luca Johnson. Lane 2, Xavier Ermacher. And in lane 3, Tanner Jerome.
Good start there by Lucas out there on lane 1.
Right under your coach.
Yes. All eyes were on him.
That's right. So 200-yard freestyle is 8 lengths. And again, junior varsity heat, and for a lot of these guys, it's their last meet of the year, so they're gonna leave it all in the pool tonight.
It's all about setting the tone for next year, and what better way to just go out and give it everything you have.
I did talk to Coach Zerback early tonight, and she said a lot of these, there's 8 guys on the team tonight, so the last meet's been resting up for this one.
Yep.
Kind of tapering for a peak performance tonight. Most of these guys having their best time each and every outing, and really looking forward to seeing what they can do tonight and post a personal best.
Yeah, from a team concept, it sounds like in this past weekend over in Johnston, I mean, they weren't seeing not only season best, but all-time personal best. And so I think Coach Chelsea's got them in a great place for tonight, but also as we get into the last few championship meets of the year.
We're at the halfway point now. Lucas Johnson, lane 1, is your leader there on the right side of your screen. Lane 3 is teammate Tanner Jerome. And Lucas turned at about a 103. Nice start to that 200.
He's looking relaxed. He's got a good reach out there. He's got his body in line. He's looking really good.
Looking good. Just 50 to go. Boy, that's a good feeling. So Lucas Johnson in lane 1. Second place now is Tanner Jerome in lane 3. Going to your left there. And in lane 2 for the Tigers, Xavier Ermacher. See if they can bring it home nice and strong. Forgot we had a disqualification in that first event. So the Tigers are only going to take 8 points. And Waterloo is going to get 6. So it's a little, that disqualification was was about a 5-point swing for the Tigers. So there's your winner right there. Lucas Johnson first place. Second place coming in strong now. That's Xavier Ermacher in lane 3. Bring it home, Xavier. There you go. He's happy to have that one behind him. And with just 1 length left to swim is Xavier Ermacher in lane 2, bringing home his last 25, 200-yard freestyle. And I believe this might be Xavier's first time at the 200, if I'm not mistaken.
And actually, it's his first year swimming, which has been awesome to see. And I don't know the exact number, but I believe one of the coaches was telling me at least 3 of the guys off the cross-country team chose to go out for a little cross-training swimming there this year, which and they've seen some dramatic time decreases, which is awesome, and hopefully keep him coming back for more for next year.
We certainly hope so. Swimming's a great all-around sport, regardless of what other sport you're participating in. So that brings us up to the varsity heat of the same event, 200-yard freestyle, 8 lengths. In lane 1 for the Tigers, Harrison Redfern. Lane 2, Jack Considine. In lane 3, Drew Langner. For Waterloo, August Camerata in lane 4, Billy Hartson in lane 5, and Relik Kiforovic in lane 6.
Lane 6, Roman Chuborovich.
So Harrison Redfern, Jack Considine, Drew Langner, lanes 1, 2, and 3. Tigers on their caps there. A little hard to distinguish between the teams and their uniforms tonight. All black caps with white letters, all black suits.
Yeah.
But again, Tigers in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Again, Harrison Redfern, Jack Considine, Drew Langner. 200-yard freestyle varsity heat. And a great start for the Tigers, right off the blocks.
There's another example of just the depth of Cedar Falls when you've got a junior, sophomore, and freshman all in your varsity heat here. Shows a lot of promise for Cedar Falls for years to come.
Sure does. They look really strong coming up this first 2 lengths. Just 6 now to go. First 50 yards, nice and comfortable. Your leader right now, Drew Langner, lane 3. Then neck and neck are Harrison Redfern and Jack Considine, lanes 1 and 2. So Tigers out to the early lead here, taking a 1, 2, 3 punch to the Waterloo Swim Club at this point. Coming up on the halfway point now. 51, 52. Going to turn at about a 55. Going out 55 seconds in that first 100. Nice quick start for Drew there.
Another great thing to see, as you see on the TV now, is that all of their teammates are out cheering every single race for them. It's great to see the teamwork that they've got going on here for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, for an individual sport, to see these guys really bring it as an entire team, and boy, the coaching staff as well. They're going crazy. They're pushing these guys on. We know you have a 1-length lead. Don't stop now.
Yeah, it can be very easy to let up off the gas, but for a lot of these guys, because they're swimming some things that they typically don't, they are going for their own personal best. So good to see them putting that effort into it.
Well, Drew Langner, your leader in lane 3, but boy, Jack Considine in lane 2 is really bringing it on strong this last 50, and Harrison Redfern in lane 1 also bringing it hard. So you're a winner right there, Drew Langner. About a 156, followed by Jack Considine, and there's Harrison Redfern. 1, 2, 3 finish, and I love the sound of that. 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Favorite thing to say here for Cedar Falls Swimming. So let's take a look at the Waterloo team as they're finishing here. In lane 4, that is August Camerata. In lane 5 is Billy Hartson on his right. They're swimming there together for 4th and 5th place. Tigers are going to take 1, 2, 3 there for 13 points. It's going to bring up a team total of 21. And Waterloo's going to earn the 3 points there. So the score after that 200-yard freestyle, Cedar Falls 21, Waterloo 9. So this 1, 2, 3 finish, Mike, really gives them a nice push after that stumble, after that medley relay.
Yep, absolutely. And it shows the value of every single swimmer, no matter if you finish second or first, but those points are valuable throughout the entire meet.
That's a nice early start. And we're getting a good look at our JV heat here, the 200-yard individual medley. We've got the Hessenlink brothers in lanes 1 and 2. And then Tommy Paulson in lane 3. So senior Tommy Paulson. So 3 Tigers here. A, Hessenlink, V, Hessenlink in lane 2, and Tommy Paulson in lane 3.
Anton and Vincent, yep.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And I am guessing they are twins because they are both freshmen.
Swimming the same event, 200-yard individual medley. So this, again, features 4 disciplines, but 1 swimmer, not 4. So you start off with the butterfly here. Tommy Paulson with the early lead. And Anton and Vincent Hessenlink neck and neck in lanes 1 and 2.
As it should be, right?
Right. Hopefully they train equal. Your leader on the right side of your screen, that's Tommy Paulson, finishing up his butterfly, switching to backstroke now, 2 lengths of backstroke. And Anton and Vincent in lanes 1 and 2. Bit of the Iron Man here, Mike.
Well, the IM is such a tricky race because it's not something that you can just be excellent at one of the events. You have to be good at all of them. Jerome's, he's looking comfortable out there, and he's got a good reach going on.
All right, switching now from backstroke to breaststroke. And we have a disqualification in lane 2. So Vincent Hessenlink had a little infraction there, but they're going to let him finish the race and give him some instruction afterwards, let him know how to improve for the next time. Your leader, Tommy Paulson, but I tell you, the Hessenlinks, really good breaststrokers. They are narrowing the gap on their teammate now, Tommy Paulson in lane 3. That lead now has really shrunk, and your leader now in lane 1, almost about to take the lead over, is Anton Hessenlink in lane 1.
Yep.
Like you said, you got it all 4 strokes. You might be stronger in one than the other. And here comes Anton Hessenlink out of nowhere to take the lead in lane 1. Transitioning to freestyle now, just down and back. Tommy Paulson sees him in that turn. He's going to try and track him down. Tommy's a racer. But they got to be pretty tired by this point, Mike. Late in the race. See what they got left in the tank.
Well, each of those strokes requires different muscles, and you know you're giving it all you can for each of those 50-meter or 50-yard lengths. So let's see what they have here. It looks like lane 3 and lane 1 are gonna. It's gonna come down to hundredths of a second here for that finish.
Stroking and scratching. Tommy Paulson turned on there in the last 5 yards to take it back and take that first place finish. So first goes to Tommy Paulson, second goes to Anton Hessenlink in lane 1. And Vincent Hessenlink had a small infraction there, so he was disqualified in lane 2. But watch that finish one more time. Here comes Tommy, that last 5 yards, bang, and by about a stroke and a half over his teammate. Really nice, strong finish. I know the coaches like to see that racing.
Save a little bit for that finish. But yet, as you can see, he's still winded, and that's the way it should be.
That's right. Just cooling down, getting down to the other end of the pool, catching his breath. All right, now this next event, varsity heat now. And 6 full lanes, 3 lanes for the Tigers. In lane 1, Connor Woods. Lane 2, Alex England. Lane 3, Connor Schafel. In lane 4 for Waterloo, Ian Savannah.
Savannachek.
Thank you, Savannachek. In lane 5, Max Van Fleet. And in lane 6, Alex Johnson. Watching for a nice clean start. Good quick start for the Tigers here. Boy, in lane 4, I got to tell you, Ian Savannachek really took it out. He had a great start off the blocks, but up and stroking now, Connor Schafel and Alex England, both for actually they're all the Tigers even.
It's interesting. You know, you have high school and then they're competitors, and then they have a different season, which not everyone always knows. But when you get to clubs season, a lot of these guys who are competitors during the year become teammates again. So it's an interesting dynamic in swimming.
So as we transition out of the backstroke leg, Alex England, your leader in lane 2, kind of neck and neck with his teammate Connor Schafel in lane 3. Taking over 3rd place now, Connor Woods had a wonderful transition from butterfly to backstroke there. So Tigers now running 1, 2, 3 in this important 200-yard individual medley.
Connor's looking really comfortable out there. and one of those many promising freshmen that Cedar Falls has on its roster.
So they transition out of the breaststroke. And we'll see if we can't get another 1-2-3 finish. Now Connor Woods has got to turn on this breaststroke and try and put some distance between he and Ian Savanovic in lane 4. So, but your leader right now, Connor, looks super strong.
Yep. Connor Woods, throughout the years, has always been known as a strong breaststroker. So hopefully he'll maintain that 3rd position here for the Tigers. Actually catching up on his teammate too.
Certainly. Well, I hope in lane 2, Alex England can hold off now, because that Ian for Waterloo in lane 4, he's moved into 3rd now with just the freestyle left, just 2 lengths to go. The Tigers got to turn it on now for a 1-2-3. Connor Schafel now comfortably out in the lead. He's definitely going to take first in this one, but boy, the race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it's a close one.
I think you're going to see your Tigers here pull it out. They're looking really determined going down that last 25 here.
Your winner, Connor Schafel, takes first. 2nd place, too close to call at this point. It is neck and neck. Lanes 1 and 2, Connor Woods, Alex England, Ian Savanovic for Waterloo in lane 4. And here come the Tigers. And look at that finish.
Great finish.
Super strong. Yeah, and they look up at that board and they see 1, 2, 3. It's a really nice finish for the Tigers. That's an important 13 points to bring them up to 34. And then Waterloo's going to get 3 out of that to bring them to 12. So the early lead after 3 events, 34-12. And again, a nice rebound after the disqualification with their top medley relay. So I'm very pleased to see the Tigers rebound, not let that hold them down. So 34-12. Let's watch this finish one more time. Here they come. Just bang. And you know what? An absolute tie. They tied for
ties.
2nd place.
Yep.
Boy, you can't get any closer than that out to the 100th of a second. So that's the 200-yard individual medley, and that was incredible, just incredible. Now we are shifting gears. We're moving to the 50-yard freestyle, just 2 lengths down and back. There's going to be 2 heats of junior varsity. In the first heat for Cedar Falls in lane 1 will be Xavier Ermacher. Lane 2, Cooper Fort. Lane 3, Jack Peters. Waterloo, Philip Boson. And in lane 5, Joey Taylor. Again for the Tigers, Xavier Ermacher, Cooper Fort, and Jack Peters. Just down and back, 2 lengths freestyle. Look at them go. Tigers are up and stroking, and they are running 1, 2, 3. I like the look of this JV heat.
As we talked earlier, I believe Cooper and Jack are a couple of those guys off the cross-country team who've made the transition to swimming and are doing a great job.
Nice fast swim, 29, 30, 31, 32 seconds, a little under 32. Nice solid finish. Tigers go 1, 2, 3. That's Jack Peters, Cooper Fort, Xavier Ermacher. Nice finish. Yeah, they give each other a thumbs up. Let's watch that finish. I'm going to watch this one down and back. Watch the Tigers off the blocks, and they get up and stroking and take command early. Also important in this turn, in and out of that turn.
Yep, being aggressive off the wall and getting that streamline going and kicking back for that last 25 is vital.
It's clear they're working hard. Look at them really go. All right, our next event, same thing, JV Heat, 50-yard freestyle. Alex Babbitts, Patrick Lawson, Noah Beach, lanes 1, 2, and 3. Alex Babbitts, Patrick Lawson, Noah Beach. For Waterloo in lane 4, Micah Johnson, Jackson Smith, and Angel Vasquez in lanes 4, 5, and 6. And again, the Tigers out to an early 1, 2, 3 in your right-hand lanes. Look at them go. Excellent turn. It's coming down between Noah Beach and Patrick Lawson. All 3 of them now. Alex Babbitts back in the picture. Oh. Bang, bang, bang. Look at the Tigers finish. Whew. All at the 25-second mark. Watch that, right off the blocks. Look how the Tigers just take control of this one.
Noah did a great job of making up for some lost distance there off the start. Put that head down, determination, and gutted it out for a first place finish.
Wonderful, wonderful finish for those Tigers. I'm sure Coach Zerbach is happy to see those guys compete and turn and look for that time right away. All right, this is the varsity heat now of the 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Tommy Paulson. We just saw in the 200 IM. Lane 2, Cole Wilson. Lane 3, Graham Fry. Lane 4 for Waterloo, Roscoe Slack. Lane 5, Matt Less. And in lane 6, Cameron Schneider. So this is going to be a good one. Waterloo's got some fast swimmers in this event. Tigers again, Tommy Paulson, lane 1, Cole Wilson, lane 2, Graham Fry, lane 3. Let's get off to a good start, guys. Lane 5's Matt Less. Got off the blocks nice and quick, but the Tigers are fighting back. Your leader at the turn, Graham Fry.
Graham is looking really strong out there.
See if we can't get a 1, 2, 3. We need Cole Wilson, Tommy Paulson to bring it in here. At your finish, your winner is going to be Graham Fry. Second place is going to go to lane 2.
Yep, lane
Cole
2.
Wilson.
Yep, Cole
nice job. Cole brought it in at the very end there. Third place goes to Matt Less in lane 5. And watch this one again. Watch Graham attack this turn.
Yep.
Matt Less in lane 5 for Waterloo. Excellent
Good
50.
swimmer, yes, good swimmer. Graham doing a great job leading with that senior mentality and showing his fellow Tigers how it's done.
All right, well, that wraps up this first section of swimming. We'll be back with more Tiger swimming here on Cedar Falls Community Television, Channel 15.
Your smile is the most important thing to us. A smile is your greatest accessory. A smile lights up a room. A smile is confidence. It's a symbol of love, a friendly face, happiness, and so much more. Let us keep your smile healthy. Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. We love to see you smile.
As an elementary principal for 25 years in the Cedar Falls Community Schools, serving 4 schools, I've enjoyed observing several generations of students stay in, thrive, lead, and continue to build this wonderful community. It has been an honor to have been a part of the education system that helped bring this about. Go Tigers!
Meet Susie.
Hello.
Susie couldn't wait to unwind with her newest thriller novel. Too bad the only villain in this story was her suspect Router. Overwhelmed by options and technical jargon, Susie needed to crack the case of the Router's Riddle. Thankfully for Susie, this mystery is easy to solve. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system to optimize coverage for her home. Now, Susie can get back to playing detective in any room of her house. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
And welcome back to tonight's broadcast of Cedar Falls Tigers versus the Waterloo Swim Club. Thank you. Tonight's broadcast is being possible by the following sponsors: Cedar Falls Utilities Fiber Home Broadband. CFU has been chosen as the fastest internet service provider in the country, according to PC Mag. Now with 10 gig broadband available citywide, CFU offers exemplary customer service and reliability. Find out more at cfu.net.
Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. Get the smile you've always wanted at any one of our 6 locations. Located on Prairie Parkway in Cedar Falls, with additional sites in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marshalltown, and Des Moines. Go to kimballandbeecher.com to schedule your appointment today. And we make you smile.
Thank you to sponsor Signs by Tomorrow. More than a custom sign company, Signs by Tomorrow is your advertising solution resource. At Signs by Tomorrow, they create affordable, high-impact signs and visual messaging solutions. Find them on a McLean Drive in Cedar Falls or at signsbytomorrow.com.
Also brought to you by Western Home Communities. Western Home Communities, the Cedar Valley's best of the best choice for older adults. Visit the website today to find out about villa lifestyles or independent living apartments, plus all the amenities they include to make life fun and worry-free. WesternHomeCommunities.org.
We also thank sponsor Witham Auto Center. Everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. Witham Auto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com.
Also brought to you by Brad's Jacobson State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Brad Jacobson State Farm is there. Call the original Jake from State Farm at 319-277-4134 or email Jake at brad@bradjacobson.biz.
Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Discerning Wealth, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. They are dedicated to helping you make better financial decisions. Check out their website at discerningwealth.com.
And also brought to you by Martin Brothers Food Market. Martin Brothers Food Market offers a wide range of restaurant quality foods and party supplies for every occasion. We're always open to the public and there's never a membership fee. Shop online at martinbrosfoodmarket.com or in person at 408 Viking Road in Cedar Falls.
And you will enter the workforce. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joey Taylor.
Here are your Waterloo seniors tonight. Waterloo unable to host a home meet this season, so they're recognizing their seniors here tonight in Cedar Falls.
United Seniors.
Yeah, they've had some unfortunate mishaps with pools, which hasn't allowed them to be at home. So I'm glad that we could broadcast this for those young men and have it somewhat local for them. I know.
All right. And that's the Waterloo Trohawk senior class right there. We'll be back with more swimming action right after this. You're watching Tiger Boys Swimming here on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Looking for the absolute best deals in Iowa on new Kias? Witham Kia in Waterloo has you covered. Looking for the Cedar Valley's largest Kia selection? Witham Kia has you covered. We're the Cedar Valley's largest Kia dealer, covering all your needs for sales, service, and parts. Our Kia prices have never been lower and the savings have never been bigger. See for yourself at withamkia.com. So shop the dealer you can count on. Witham Kia in Waterloo.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Thanks for watching the Tigers on Cedar Falls Utilities, Channel 15.
The middle, Ostrich is free. Give him 6.
We're thankful for customers who choose CFU Cable TV. It's because of you that we can produce high-quality, local high school sports.
Oh, what a catch. Wow. Trey Campbell.
This year we know it's especially important to have high school games on TV and online. Because of community support, we're able to provide a full slate of high school sports.
Daniel Hutchins in the open. Gets past the defense and he takes it all the way.
So thanks for being a CFU TV customer, and go Tigers!
We ultimately decided to wait a little bit before we opened things up because we were just coming out of the holiday break, and we know that nationally and locally we had a little bit of a spike, and we want to make sure we don't have that happen here. So we figured that if we waited another week and then reevaluate things, that it would be the best thing for our kids to make sure we continue to keep things safe for them. All of us in school experienced a kick in the gut when we lost all of our spring sports, and we saw our kids not have opportunities. And I do not want to ever experience that again. So every decision we make is to make sure that we keep our kids in school and that we give these kids a chance to participate and stay involved in their sports. So if anything, we're going to be a little bit more cautious to make sure we avoid outbreaks and we keep the kids involved. So that's our number one thinking. When we look at our activities, the fact that Cedar Falls TV does so many of our events, it makes it live for the community to be able to watch the athletes. For example, you know, I take a swim meet where Cedar Falls TV came and did our swim meet. The production quality is like you're watching something from ESPN. So it's something that surprises people from outside our community, that when they see a basketball game, a wrestling meet, a swim meet, whatever, that the production quality is so excellent. Susie Hines in our Booster Club social media push is tremendous. And in fact, it saves me so much time because I'm able to retweet a lot of things. She puts together messages for us for the athletic department. So every time there's an event, it goes out on Facebook and Twitter. I have an athletic Twitter account and then I retweet that. So if you follow things on Twitter, you'll get all the information.
Meet Susie.
Hello.
Susie couldn't wait to unwind with her newest thriller novel. Too bad the only villain in this story was her suspect router. Overwhelmed by options and technical jargon, Susie needed to crack the case of the router's riddle. Thankfully for Susie, this mystery is easy to solve. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system to optimize coverage for her home. Now, Susie can get back to playing detective in any room of her house. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
My name's Dr. Rylan Bennett. I'm a pediatric dental specialist. What that means is after 4 years of dental school, I did 2 years of extra training. That extra training included using minimally invasive techniques that help the children be more comfortable in the chair, as well as extra behavior management techniques. When we finished residency in Hawaii, we were looking for a smaller town where we could develop good relationships. We're very, very excited to serve the community and get to know each of you.
Meet Linda. Linda just bought a smart home hub and was ecstatic to see her grandkids on their weekly chats. However, this grandma spends most of her time troubleshooting across time zones. Fortunately for Linda, technical support is right down the road. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and connect all of her devices. Now, Linda can chat with her family and ask about their week instead of her password. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
the 100-yard butterfly. The Tigers lead this one on the varsity side, 46-16 tonight. Mike, a really good start for the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely, and also strong on that junior varsity. Current score is 48-3, so great showing by the Tigers so far.
Shows a lot of good team depth. This is a junior varsity heat of the 100-yard butterfly, and lane 1 is Vincent Hesselink. I got cut off there. Wunderlich in lane 1, Caleb Penner in lane 2, Vincent Hesselink in lane 3.
Yep.
Can you help me out with lane 1 there? Is it lane?
It is lane,
yeah.
yep.
Lane Wunderlich, okay.
Lane and lane 1.
There you go. So your early leader is Caleb Penner in this one. 4 lengths butterfly. It's a tough event. It's very exhausting.
There's definitely a rhythm to butterfly, and it's not something that you can just jump in the pool and start swimming. It does take some mastery of it.
All the Tigers looking really good. Again, junior varsity heat, 100-yard butterfly, 4 lengths. That's your leader right now. Caleb Penner in lane 2. In lane 1 on the left side of your screen there, that is Lane Wunderlich. He's going to finish second. Your winner, Caleb Penner. Second place goes to Lane Wunderlich. Third place finishing now, just 2 more strokes, is Vincent Hesselink in lane 3. So a nice swims there for the Tigers. 107 for Caleb Penner in lane 2. It's a nice swim. On the varsity side now, on lane 1 will be Alex England for the Tigers. Alex England in lane 2, Joseph Blazin in lane 3, Grant Redfern. For Waterloo in lane 4, Roscoe Slack. Lane 5, Rel Kafirovic. And in lane 6, Billy Hartson. So again, the Tigers in lanes 1, 2, and 3 on the near side of the pool. And Waterloo in lanes 4, 5, and 6 for the Tigers. Alex England, Joseph Blazin, and Grant Redfern. Look like they're ready to go. Our starter tonight is veteran Bruce Verink, calling them to the blocks.
Great start there by the Tigers.
And again, we see them out in the early lead, like right off the blocks.
Grant's had some really strong starts tonight. That getting that, 1, 2, 3, sometimes even 5-yard advantage can definitely help you as you get through this event.
And it puts a mental hurdle on your competitor as well.
Yes, absolutely.
They're all upstroking pretty even at the halfway point, all turning right at that 28 to 29 second mark. Nice quick start for the Tigers. So again, in lane 1, Alex England. Lane 2, Joseph Blazin. Lane 3, Grant Redfern. The Tigers all stroking even here.
Joseph's looking strong here on this second 50.
This is where it starts to hurt. Just a half a length to go. They're focused on that finishing wall. Who's going to finish? Who's going to time that finish right? And in lane 2, that's Joseph Blazin finishing first. Second place goes to Alex England in lane 1. Third place goes to Grant Redfern for the Tigers. And that's some important points again. That's 13 more points to the Tigers, bringing them 59. And 3 points for Waterloo. That's 19. So 59-19. It's a 40-point lead for the Tigers. Just barely at the halfway point of this meet. Yeah, Coach Chelsea Zerbeck's got to be really pleased with what she's seen so far. Watch this finish one more time. Really close. Touch, touch, touch.
Strong finishes by all of our Tiger swimmers there.
It's really good to see as they cool down, as they head to the other end. I'm not familiar with what they're carrying there, Mike. Do you know what they're carrying back to the other end of the pool?
Yeah, their mask.
Oh, their mask.
Their mask in a baggie. So.
Got it. They got a mask as soon as they get out of the water. I get it. Thank you. All right, this is Junior Varsity Heat 100-yard freestyle. Just 2 Tigers in this one. Lane 2, Jack Peters. Lane 3, Cooper Fort. And there they go. And they are up and stroking. 100-yard freestyle, 4 lengths of the pool now. And if I'm not mistaken, both these guys are rested trying to put up their fastest time of the season right here tonight.
Yep. Finish the season strong, and get some good points for the Tigers here tonight.
Cooper Fort now with about half a body length lead on his teammate Jack Peters in lane 2, but they're pretty even. We'll see how this turns. This is the halfway point now, the halfway turn. There's Cooper, there's Jack.
Well, both of these guys are usually on the cross-country team. If you've ever seen the cross-country team practice, they run as a herd, and almost no different here. These guys are really close to each other as we get ready for this last stretch here.
All right, we'll see who's got a little left in the tank, pushing for their fastest time of the season. That's Cooper Ford on your left, Jack Peters on your right. As they finish strong, you hear this capacity crowd yelling for them here tonight. As much capacity as we're allowed to have, let's put it that way. And your winner there, Cooper Fort in lane 3, about a 1:15. And Jack Peters in lane 2. Some nice applause for those guys as they finish. Grabbing for their mask, and they're like, oh, get me some oxygen to get me to the other end. Nice job, guys.
Yeah, definitely a new dynamic with the whole COVID situation in that, you finish a swim, and especially in the next, with the 500s coming up, you finish, and then guess what? You've got to go do another 25. But great precautions, and this has allowed all of these swimmers across the state of Iowa to be able to have this sport that we all love.
Yeah, it's great. And I see Cooper Fort there broke the 1:15 barrier. 1:14.75, and Jack Peters broke the 1:20 barrier. So nice swim for both of them here tonight. All right, varsity heat. Heat 2 of junior varsity. Caden Ball in lane 1, Luca Johnson in lane 2, Tanner Jerome in lane 3 for the Tigers. The 2 Waterloo swimmers, Jackson Schmidt and Philip Bozen, in lanes 4 and 5. So here we go. Caden Ball, Lucas Johnson, Tanner Jerome, lanes 1, 2, and 3 for the Tigers, and they're way out front right off the start.
Lucas and Tanner are looking strong. Maybe a little competition between the two of them to see who can pull this one off.
Like you said, they run in herds. They also train in herds. And this is racing right here. So the halfway point now, your leader, Lucas Johnson, the early leader in this one.
Strong flip turn by Lucas. Flip turns are, if you've ever done competitive swimming, that's where a lot of things are won and lost. And getting flipped over and that boost of power coming off the wall is vital in winning regular meet or championships.
And Lucas really blasted out of that last turn. He's powering now to the finish. So your leader, he's going to win this one. Lucas Johnson, he is going hard. He's really close to breaking a minute. That was a great swim there, Lucas. You're in lane 3, Tanner Jerome, finishing just now. And here comes Caden Ball in lane 1. Nice strong finish there for Caden. So yes, he did get under a minute. Lucas Johnson, 59.54. Breaking the all-important 1 minute mark there. Junior varsity heat, 100-yard freestyle. It's a nice swim. I got to believe Coach Kelsey Zurbach is happy to see that tonight out of this university squad.
Absolutely. Put the challenge out there for your entire team to be able to do those sweeps throughout the night. That's not an easy task no matter who you swim against.
All right. So watch them coming out of this turn. This is it right here. That is Lucas Johnson, your leader. Boy, he's really moving.
Good job by Lucas of keeping that head in the water and not trying to get a breath coming out of that turn and staying focused for a strong finish there.
And also Tanner Jerome there in lane 3. Just a really good swim by all 3 Tigers there. All right, this varsity heat now. Connor Schafel in lane 1, Cole Wilson in lane 2, Trenton Holden in lane 3. That's your 3 Tiger 100-yard freestyle sprinters. In lane 4 for Waterloo, Ian Sabanajic, Cameron Schneider in lane 5, and Blake Taylor in lane 6. This is going to be a quick one. There's some really fast guys in this heat. Again, Connor Schafel, Cole Wilson, Trenton Holden, lanes 1, 2, and 3 for the Tigers. Tigers in 1 and 2 really reacted to the gun there, and Tanner Holden catching it up now quick in lane 3. But your early leader, Ian Sabanajic, in lane 4 for Waterloo, he has got a full body length lead on him. Hopefully Tigers can see across the pool, and they see him in a turn, they see him when he breathes, and they can turn it on and track him down. Tigers have not lost an event yet tonight. They got to go. It's a halfway point now. Again, your leader for Waterloo, Ian Sabanajic in lane 4. The Tigers' best shot right now is lanes 1 and 2, Connor Schafel and Cole Wilson trying to track him down. Just one length yet to go.
Ian's got a super strong kick that our guys hopefully looks like Connor's trying to make a move. Let's see if he can do it.
He can see him. Here comes Connor Schafel. He's going to try and rack him down the last 5 yards, but no. We get Tigers go 2, 3, 4. Hats off to Ian Spanovich in lane 4. 52 flat. 52 seconds flat. That's a quick 100 tonight for Waterloo Trohawks. They got to win.
You can't win them all, right?
That's right. So the Tigers go 2, 3, 4. That brings them 9 points. Brings them up to 68. And Waterloo goes first and fifth for 7 points. And that brings them up to 26. So 68 to 26 is our varsity score after the 100-yard freestyle. And here we go. That last length one more time. You look at those Tigers trying to track him down. They did gain ground, but they just ran out of pool.
Yep, Cole and Connor looking strong there. And, you know, they're not tonight swimming the events that they normally would do, but this is a good test for them. It gets them ready for potentially swimming this next year or into, you know, if you need to step in because of an injury, get you that good experience.
That was a good swim. And hats off to Waterloo for taking the first place there. All right, next up is the junior varsity heat of the 500-yard freestyle. In lane 2 for the Tigers is Braden Stewart. And in lane 3 is Joseph Blazin. So Braden and Joseph in lanes 2 and 3. 20 lengths to the pool here tonight, Mike. Junior varsity heat, and it looks like they're off to a nice, comfortable start. This one's going to go pretty quick.
It's all about setting a pace right away and just keeping with that. 500 isn't something that you can just turn the switch on, you know, about 200-300 yards into it. You really need to set that tone right away and get dialed in.
All right, we got 20 lengths to watch these guys. Your early leader is Joseph Blazin in lane 3. It's off to a nice start. And it's probably a good time for us to talk about how the Tigers have got to this point so far this season. The last dual meet of the year here for the Tigers at home. And to talk about where they've been this year and how they've done. They haven't been able to get all their meets in.
No,
you know, it's the year of COVID.
Yeah, it is the year of COVID. And, you know, if you look at their schedule so far to date, they've had about half of their meets postponed. And we'll see what that does to the team. But I've got a lot of confidence in Coach Chelsea. You know, a lot of this as you get towards the end of the year is all about mental mindset. And, you know, you don't have 4 of those opportunities throughout the year. So Chelsea being able to set that tone with her team and getting them ready mentally as they get towards the end of the year here and get to their district and then hopefully on to state.
I know they didn't get their first meet until December. They normally have it in, you know, before Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving. Didn't get their first one until December 8th. Win over Dubuque Hempstead. Nice win. Good swim. Nice opener for the Tigers. Yeah. Second at their own Marcussen Invite, which is usually stacked with good teams from around the state. So second place finish is a real positive for the Tigers. Then they beat up on Cedar Rapids Jefferson 117 to 53. And then, you know, the COVID bug hit again. Postponed meet against Iowa City High. Went down to Iowa City West, one of the best teams in the state. Yeah. Very powerful. And probably a good lesson for this young team to see, hey, this is where we want to be.
Absolutely.
This is where we want to be. These are people we need to compete with. Then they go down to the Johnston Invite and score well. And really, I think overperformed down there. They did a really nice job grabbing a second place finish. And they wrap up tonight with their dual meet schedule against the Waterloo United team, the Trohawks of Waterloo, yep. Which they're off to a nice start. Looks like they're going to win this one tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's great to be able to get into some of these invites and not just duels, to kind of calibrate to see where you sit across the state. And in a strong second place performance down at Johnston is going to help these Tigers get ready for the last few meets of the year.
Yeah, get them some confidence, get them some more racing experience. As long as they're talking about we're at the halfway point of this 500-yard university heat of the 500-yard freestyle. And that's your leader right there, Joseph Blazin in lane 3, still looking very strong as he's 12 lengths into this one, or 300 yards. There's 200 yards left to swim, or 8 lengths. This Waterloo team has had not a lot of experience racing either. You know, they've had some pool trouble. They've had, you know, like everybody, they've had some COVID trouble. First 3 meets postponed. They didn't get in the water till they went down to The powerhouse of Iowa City West. What a way to open.
Yeah, it's it's unfortunate they've had. Everyone's had COVID, but then to have your own facilities out of commission for a while, it makes it tough when you're always on the road. Tonight, this should have been in Waterloo, I believe, and yet thankfully we're just down the road from them. But to have every meet of yours be away from your home pool, it's got to be tough on those swimmers.
And then, so they're here tonight at Cedar Falls, and you can see what they've done so far. Lost Iowa City West, a couple fourth place finishes and some invites. They have Cedar up in Jefferson to wrap up their regular season next Tuesday at Cedar up in Jefferson. And in talking to Coach Jeff Camp, he's got 18 swimmers out.
Yeah.
He's got 14 or 15 of them here tonight, so not a lot of team depth. But as you can see, enough talent there to take a few events.
Absolutely, and then it takes swimmers like Ian Sabanachek that we saw earlier win the 100 that can excite some of those 7th and 8th and freshmen of getting introduced into the sport of swimming. So we wish them the best as they move forward.
That's certainly. And so to talk about where they, the two divisions here in the Mississippi Valley, we look at the conference standings now. 2 lengths left to swim now for Joseph Blazin. As you can see, just down and back, he's off to a nice start. He's going to be around the 5:35 mark. But if you look at the conference standings for the Mississippi Division, Cedar Falls at 2-1, a little bit behind Cedar Rapids, Washington, undefeated. Iowa City High undefeated. Linn-Mar at 1-0. Linn-Mar having a tough time getting their meets in, as well for Waterloo in their conference standings. With that dominant team from Iowa City West, and then kind of everybody else, if you will, in that division. So both teams pretty deep in their season. And there's your winner of the junior varsity 500-yard freestyle, Joseph Blazin. Coming to a nice strong finish in that one, right at the 5:30 mark. That's a nice swim, Joseph.
Joseph on a good pace right away, and if you watched him, he's really consistent on his splits there.
All right, Braden Stewart with just down and back to go to finish up his 500-yard freestyle. And then for both of these teams, obviously the conference meet and districts meet and the state meet coming up here in the coming weeks. So the regular part of the season is coming to a close for as far as dual meets and invitationals, and we get into the big championship meets here to round out the season for both teams.
Meets are, and we can kind of finish this topic here as he's just finishing up here.
And that's Braden Stewart in lane 2, finishing at 6:30 mark. So nice swim there for Braden as he catches his breath. That's a long one. 20 lengths is a lot.
And now we're making him swim another 25.
That's right. In the deep end. In the deep end. All right. So next event will be the varsity heat of the 500-yard freestyle. 20 lengths of the pool. In lane 1 for the Tigers will be John Butler. In lane 2 be
Kaiser Strobing.
In lane 3 will be Harrison Redfern. For Waterloo in lane 4 will be Joey Taylor. Lane 5, August Camerata. And in lane 6, Micah Johnson. All right, again, there's your lane assignments, 1, 2, and 3 for the Tigers. That's John Butler, Kaiser Strobing, and Harrison Redfern. Kaiser. $20 lengths to the pool. So your 3 Tigers right there, again, as we've seen a lot tonight, off the blocks, taking a 1-2-3 lead.
John Butler's out there, aggressive there on the first 50. And John's another example of one of the promising freshman class that's coming up. A lot of these guys, this isn't their first year swimming. Many of them have been doing this in club for many years. So, with John, I believe he probably swam club as early as 5, 6 years old. So he's been doing this a while, and it shows. He's out. He's got a really nice lead, super comfortable right now after that first 100.
And he turned right at the 1 minute mark to open this thing up. So a really quick start to this 500 for John Butler in lane 1.
Jeff, you talked a little bit about all the preparation through the season and now getting into championships meets. But so few people realize all the work that these young men put in before and after school. There's 4 days a week that they are either here at the pool or in the weight room at 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 to 7 doing those early morning practices, and then to come, have a full day of school and then get back in the pool and practice another 2.5 hours. Truly just a commitment of a student athlete. And then to top it all off is, who else wouldn't want to have a 3-hour practice on a Saturday morning other than swimmers, right? So
in winter.
In winter, yeah.
When it's dark out.
So these young men are putting in, 20 or more hours a week to perfect their opportunity to be the best that they can. So lots of hard work and dedication, not only by them, but also their families, because, some of these guys probably don't have their license yet. And so that's going to involve a parent or two having to take a shift of getting up super early to get their son to the pool.
Well, John Butler right there on your screen opened with a 2:02, his first one at 200 and a 2:02. A really quick start for John to this, and that's the halfway point for him right there. He's right around the 2:34 mark, so he's going to be 5'10", 5'12", freshman, as I recall. Really nice swim here for John. Nice start. And that's a look at Harrison Redfern there in lane 3. Harrison's got a nice even tempo. His lap counter's trying to get him going there. As Harrison's crossed the halfway point now, coming back to the 300-yard mark of 500 yards. Currently running second. And his teammate right behind him is Kaiser Strobing in lane 2. There's a look at Kaiser coming in for his 300-yard turn. So the Tigers off to a great start in this one. Nice early lead. And it looks like another 1-2-3 finish for the Tigers here in this one, at least at this point.
Yeah, John's looking really comfortable. He's been maintaining splits of 32 seconds.
Yeah, he's found a happy pace for sure. Just holding those 32s, kind of like a clock. That's a 3:75 mark for John Butler. Here's Harrison Redfern.
And this will be, unfortunately, an altered year with the state meet. They were looking forward to, I believe, historically, they used to take the top 24 swimmers in the state and do just a final, or a time final. And this year, I believe, was going to be the introduction of doing very similar to what the girls do of doing prelim final. But because of COVID, the state meet has to unfortunately be moved. It was going to be in Iowa City, and I believe they just announced it's going to be in Linn-Mar, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. And there's the horn for John Butler, just down and back to go for him. Back to that state meet, though, I think also instead of taking just 24 kids, they're going to take 32. So there's a little silver lining.
Yeah. 8
more qualifiers in every event, but they had to change the format to do just a time final.
Yeah.
One swim, give it your all.
Yep.
Do your best.
Yeah, top 32 individuals, and then in the top 24 for relays.
And here's John Butler bringing it home for first place finish to see if we can get him around the 5:15, 15, 16, 5:17 mark. So brings it back into 30.6. So he really turned it on there at the finish. There's a look at John as he's surveying everybody he passed there.
Gets a little rest time there on the wall.
That's right. Going the other way is Kaiser Strobing. He has just down and back to go now for Kaiser. And there's Harrison Redfern with a finish for the Tigers, and he's right at the, I lost the clock there. A nice finish. And then look at Kaiser turning on there at the end. Kaiser's got a lot left in the tank there as he's finishing strong. That's what you want to see. Everything he got right to the finish. And second place went to Harrison Redfern with a 5:38. Nice swim. Third place goes to Kaiser Strobing. So the Tigers take a 1-2-3. That is good for another 13 points. It'll be 3 points again for Waterloo. So the Tigers jump to an 81-29 lead after the 500-yard freestyle. As we watch the swimmers from Waterloo in lane 4 to your left. Okay, your swimmer on the right is August Camerata. He's going to finish here at the 500. He's going to take 4th place. Nice solid finish for him. Then heading back to your right, that is Joey Taylor in lane 4. In lane 6, finishing right now, that is Micah Johnson for Waterloo. And then just 1 length remaining now for Joey Taylor for the Waterloo Trohawks. He's got 3 lengths remaining.
You know, and hats off to all these guys. You know, a lot of us can say we can walk or jog 400 yards or 500 yards, but swimming is an entirely different concept, and it takes your whole entire body, and by that last little bit, no matter if you're the world's best or myself, your heart's going to be burning, and it is not easy. So good job by all of these swimmers.
Yep, and just down and back now for Joey Taylor for Waterloo. It's a nice look at Joey. He's got a nice pace he's maintaining there. And leading up now, we're gonna shift gears dramatically. We're gonna go from the longest and slowest event to water flying everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
And too many swimmers to count. So there's a 200-yard freestyle relay coming up here where every swimmer is going to do freestyle down and back. It is a lot of bodies moving and a lot of water flying and very fast action. It's going to take some good exchanges, some great turns, and some fast swimming here for the Tigers. So listen to this crowd cheer for Joey Taylor as he finishes.
Not sure how Coach Chelsea has them stacked up tonight, but a lot of the times it's fun to not just put all of your 4 best swimmers all in one lane, but to distribute them throughout so you can have some good competition amongst your own relays. And so let's see how Coach Chelsea did it here tonight.
I'm guessing she balanced them because it's fun to race.
Absolutely.
So let's get some good racing experience here. So tonight in Cedar Falls, only in this JV heat. So we got Braden Stewart, Anton Hessenling, Vincent Hessenling, and Cooper Ford in lane 1. Lane 2 will be Lane Wunderlich, Caleb Penner, Tanner Jerome, and Jack Peters. In lane 3 for the Tigers, Noah Beach, Alec Babbitts, Patrick Lawson, and Lucas Johnson. So 4 swimmers, 2 lengths apiece. Lanes 1, 2, and 3 for the Tigers. Let's get them started. Boy, and Noah Beach got a nice start for the Tigers in lane 3. He was on that horn. That's Noah Beach, lane 3. Lane Wunderlich, lane 2. Braden Stewart, lane 1. Noah Beach, your leader. He's going to hand off now to Alec Babbitts. Lane Wunderlich's going to hand off to Caleb Penner in lane 2. Braden Stewart's going to hand off to Anton Hessenlink in lane 1. Got to hand it to Braden Stewart in lane 1. He had the unfortunate occurrence of his goggles coming off during his dive, and he finished his 50 strong anyway. In lane 3 now, Alex Babbitt's going to hand off Patrick Lawson. This team in lane 3 is really going hard. Lane 2, that is Caleb Penner handing off to Tanner Jerome. And in lane 1, that's Alec Babbitts, Anton Hessenlink handing off to Vincent Hessenlink. And bringing it home for the Tigers in lane 3 will be Lucas Johnson. You'll watch Lucas take off right here. Bringing it home for the Tigers in lane 2 will be Jack Peters. And in lane 1 will be Cooper Fort. So that's Jack Peters and Cooper Fort on the blocks. It's Jack Peters entering the water. Here comes Cooper Fort.
A lot of good exchanges there by the Tigers. Relay exchanges are not easy, and it's all about that timing. And it looks like they've done some really good work here through the season to eliminate that error that can happen. I saw, we had that initial DQ early in the meet, but overall we've seen a lot of good exchanges here by the Tigers.
That is Jack Peters and Cooper Fort duking it out for third place. There's Cooper Fort going to finish now strong in lane 1. Little splash. All right, so your winning team was a team of Noah Beach, Alec Babbitts, Patrick Lawson, and Lucas Johnson in lane 3. Second place went to lane Wonderlick, Caleb Penner, Tanner Jerome, and Jack Peters in lane 2. And finishing third for the Tigers in lane 1 was Braden Stewart, Anton Hessenlink, Vincent Hessenlink, and Cooper Fort.
Lane 2.
So the Tigers now stepping up for the varsity heat of this 200-yard freestyle. Just 2 teams for the Tigers. In lane 2 will be the team of Trenton Holden, Tommy Paulson, Grant Redfern, and Harrison Redfern. Lane 3 will be Drew Langner, Jack Considine, Connor Woods, and Connor Schafel. That one sounds pretty even.
Yeah,
there should be some good racing between 2 and 3.
Good.
And Waterloo's got good. They're going to start off fast with Ian Sabanajek, Matt Less, Billy Hartson, and Alec Johnson in lane 4. So keep an eye on lane 4 for Waterloo. Those the Trohawks have got their fastest 4 guys in lane 4.
Ian's definitely going to set the tone for everybody here on this first leg.
And they're off to a good start. So that's Drew Langner, Trenton Holden, and Ian Sabanajek for Waterloo, turning pretty much even. It's trying to get that early lead, but they're not separated by too much, but pulling apart a little bit now is Drew Langner in lane 3. He's going to hand off to Jack Considine. See if he can stretch that lead for the Tigers in lane 3. Oh, and a really nice exchange in lane 2 from Trenton Holden to Tommy Paulson. But equally impressive for Waterloo in lane 4, that's Matt Less that took the baton basically for the second leg. And they're running second place right now. Waterloo is looking good.
We've got a good race.
All right, now that's Jack Considine hanging off to Connor Woods in lane 3 as Connor Woods entering the water. Right behind him is Grant Redfern in lane 2 for the Tigers, and in lane 4 is Billy Hartson for Waterloo, the Trohawks.
Grant's doing a good job. He's ready to get that second position here, and it looks like he did it. Great swim here by Grant.
He did it. That third leg really important for the Tigers in lane 2. They're going to hand it off now. The finishers are going to be the anchor leg, Connor Schafel and Harrison Redfern. That's Connor Schafel in, Harrison Redfern in. Waterloo now entering Alec Johnston in lane 4. For the Tigers, it might be too much to overcome. They are really getting after it in that final leg.
Connor's looked good, and Harrison had a great underwater there off the blocks. So a strong 1-2 finish here by the Tigers.
Connor Schafel in lane 3 with the Tiger victory in lane 2. That's Harrison Redfern bringing home second place for that relay. Waterloo takes third. So, and an awfully good swim for that Waterloo team as well. So that's 10 points for the Tigers, 2 points for Waterloo. That makes it 91-31. Let's let that finish one more time. So the Tigers about a 5-yard lead between second and third. So they really did stretch from that first leg on. They really made it happen. Well, that's quite a swim by the Tigers there to take that lead 91-31. Going to head into a short break here. We're going to be right back with more Tiger swimming here on Cedar Falls.
My name's Dr. Rylan Bennett. I'm a pediatric dental specialist. What that means is after 4 years of dental school, I did 2 years of extra training. That extra training included using minimally invasive techniques that help the children be more comfortable in the chair, as well as extra behavior management techniques. When we finished residency in Hawaii, we were looking for a smaller town where we could develop good relationships. We're very, very excited to serve the community and get to know each of you.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. That means stocking a wide selection of the area's top-selling pre-owned vehicles that fit any budget. From low-mileage cars to one-owner cars to local trades, we carry the vehicles you want. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to take this opportunity to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, schools, and to those around you, regardless of how an event is going. Good sportsmanship shows character, accountability, and sets a positive example on and off the field. The IHSAA thanks you for being a good sport for tonight's game.
All right, welcome back to Cedar Falls for a MVC duel between Cedar Falls and Waterloo. At this time, we're going to acknowledge the seniors for Cedar Falls. Senior night actually happened back in December, but CFU was not able to be at that meet, so we're going to do that here tonight and acknowledge the fine effort by the tremendous senior group here that we have for Cedar Falls High School. The first senior that we're going to acknowledge is Alec Babbitts. Alex's parents are Buck and Stephanie McCoskey, and Alex's interests are swimming and track. He's been on the Cedar Falls swim team for 3 years, and his favorite event is the 100 freestyle. When asked about his favorite memory, Alex said when Kaiser dove in the middle of the 400 free relay. Biggest challenge on the swim team is challenging yourself and setting your goals outside of your normal limits. Alex's plans after high school is to join the Coast Guard, and the inspirational quote that Alex provided was, "Take your shot and make it count." Thanks, Alex, for all you've done for Cedar Falls Swim.
All right, our next senior recognized tonight is Alex England. His parents are Jeff and Catherine. His interests are scouts, band, and robotics. He's been 4 years on the Tiger team. His favorite event is a 100-yard butterfly. His funniest memory is when Lane left practice to eat a bunch of McDonald's for the Ironman Challenge and then came back to practice. His highlight is seeing himself improve in the 100 fly. His biggest challenge has been getting up early for the morning practices, which we talked about earlier tonight. His most challenging set are the underwater sets. Advice to teammates: it will be hard to stick with it, and it will get better. His plans are to attend Hawkeye Community College for the engineering and technology program and then continue at a 4-year college to study engineering. His inspirational quote is, "When you've got something to prove, there is nothing greater than a challenge," from Terry Bradshaw.
Next senior to highlight is Trenton Holden. Trenton's parents are Jason and Jennifer. Trenton's interests include swimming, soccer, and cross country. Trenton has been with the Cedar Falls Tiger swim team for 4 years, with his favorite event being the 50-yard freestyle. And his funniest memory, just like the previous senior, is when Lane thought it would be a good idea to put his stuff on the pool deck and then run and get McDonald's without letting Scott, who used to be their coach, know, and missed almost the entire practice. Trenton's highlight of swimming is swimming a 23.49 in the 200 free relay. Biggest challenge is getting to where he is now. Most challenging set is probably all the days that they had a super long kick set. Advice that he has for his teammates is work hard and don't question the coach's ethics. They only want you to perform at your highest ability. Trenton's plans after high school are to go to college in New Jersey, and the inspirational quote he provided us was, "The harder you work, the farther you get, and the more rest you get to take in the end." Thanks again, Trenton.
Our next senior is Tanner Jerome. His parents are Isaac and Michelle. His interests are jazz band and trap shooting. His first year on the team, and his favorite event is a 200-yard freestyle. His highlight is his very first event, which is the 100-yard freestyle. His biggest challenge: since this is my first year of swimming ever, pretty much everything we do has been a challenge, but it's only making me better. Great attitude. Advice for teammates: work hard in all aspects of your life. His plans are to be a mechanical engineer for the Air Force, and his inspirational quote is, "Just one more." Tanner Jerome.
Next senior is Patrick Lawson, with parents of Eric and Molly. Patrick's interests include swimming and school. He's been on the swim team for 2 years, and favorite event is the 100-yard freestyle. Funniest memory is putting Lane's water bottle on the tip of the high dive. His highlight is his first race. He didn't expect much, but wound up getting first place. Biggest challenge is Coach Chelsea, and the most challenging set that he's seen is the one sprint set from the second week on Tuesday. Advice that he has for his teammates is eating vegetables goes a long way, and I would absolutely agree with that. Patrick's plans after high school are to attend Iowa State University or Hillsdale College, and inspirational quote by Patrick is, "Just do it."
All right, our next senior to be recognized is Tommy Paulson. Tommy's parents are Chuck and Jennifer. His interests include horseback riding, baseball, trap shooting, 4-H, Boy Scouts, and the FFA. 4 years on the team here. His favorite event is also the 200 free. His highlight is making it to the state meet as a relay alternate. Most challenging set, 8 25s underwater, no breath. Advice to his teammates. I advise my teammates to always remember that our team is a family, and it is our job to hold each other accountable. Tommy's plans are to attend Iowa State University and study ag business.
And our final senior is Noah Veach, with parents of Daryl and Yuki. His interests include tennis and work. He's been on the team for 4 years with his favorite event, the 100-yard freestyle. Funniest memory is 2 people jumping in for a relay his freshman year. His highlight is my improvement last year, setting my 100-meter record. Biggest challenge has been the first practice of every year, and most challenging set is the first practice of my senior year. The advice he has for his teammates is try your hardest and don't give up. Noah plans to attend a 4-year college and pursue a degree in biology. And his inspirational quote is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
And our final senior recognized tonight is Connor Woods. His parents are Jesse and Kristen. His interests include cross country and ultimate frisbee. 4 years on the Tiger team here, and his favorite event is the 100-yard breaststroke. His funniest memory, when David bought a large Diet Coke to drink right before he had to swim at state. His highlight is going to state as an alternate his sophomore year. Biggest challenge, swimming through tough sets that don't end. Most challenging set, probably whatever we did on day 2 of this year. Advice for teammates, don't forget what it's like to train as a team, and don't take being healthy for granted. Plans to attend the University of Northern Iowa to start an undergraduate degree. And his inspirational quote is, somebody may beat me, but they are going to have to bleed to do it. That's by Steve Prefontaine. And that's going to bring us back to more swimming action here. Our next event is the 100-yard backstroke, and we'll start with the JV event. So 3 swimmers here for the Tigers in the junior varsity heat of the 100-yard backstroke. In lane 1 will be Caleb Penner for Cedar Falls, lane 2 Caden Ball, and in lane 3 Lane Wunderlich. I think this might be the lane that a couple of those seniors referred to.
Yes, Lane must be the joker of the team.
The team prankster. All right, a nice clean start for the Tigers. Again, junior varsity heat, 100-yard backstroke, 4 lengths to the pool. This is Caleb Penner, Caden Ball, and Lane Wunderlich.
You know, we acknowledge the work of the seniors and what a great job and what a great time it is to be a Cedar Falls Tiger. Right now they're performing well, and we've talked about the freshman class and the sophomore class and how they're going to be the future. But, you know, the also future here for Cedar Falls is that in the not too distant future, we're going to have a new facility to be very proud of.
Yeah, nothing like a new facility to attract more interest to the sport and bring more swimmers out.
Absolutely. I think we may be a little biased, of course, but swimming, I think, can be, or is, probably one of the best sports in the world.
It's a great sport for a full-body workout.
Absolutely.
Your leader here, Lane Wunderlich, in lane 3. He's finishing up the backstroke, throws his head back, and punches that wall for about a 1:13. Second place goes to Caleb Penner in lane 1. And third place will go to Caden Ball in lane 3. So that's Lane Wunderlich, Caleb Penner, and Caleb Ball finishing 1, 2, 3 for the Tigers. Junior varsity heat, 100-yard backstroke. Look at that finish one more time for Lane.
Even if he is a joker, he can be serious when he needs to and have a strong finish there by Lane. With a smile.
With a smile. All right. Cooling off now after that 100-yard backstroke, which brings us up to the varsity heat of the 100-yard backstroke. In lane 1 for the Tigers,
Kaiser
Strobing. In lane 2, John Butler. In lane 3, Graham Fry. For Waterloo, in lane 4 is Matt Less. And in lane 5 is Angel Vasquez. So the Tigers, Kaiser Strobing, John Butler, Graham Fry. We just saw John Butler in the 500 a minute ago.
Yeah, thankfully they had that 10-minute rest.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get back on track and finish that 1, 2, 3 like we were doing before the was it 500s. Did we finish that? We did finish that 1, 2, 3.
500, 1, 2, 3.
The relay, yeah.
So in lane 4 is Matt Less for Waterloo, the Chohawks. He's a talented swimmer, and he's hanging right in there with the Tigers out of that first turn. So Graham Fry and John Butler out front. That's Matt Less in lane 4 for Waterloo, but that's Graham Fry and John Butler going neck and neck here in lanes 2 and 3 for the Tigers. See him looking really strong and comfortable out front. John Butler turning it on now on that third leg.
John's getting some good rotation there on his shoulders. Let's see how these turns are here for both of them.
Boy, dead even.
Neck and neck.
Here they come, final link now. John Butler lane 2, Graham Fry lane 3. They both want it. They can see each other. They see the water flying. They are pushing, kicking, and clawing and scratching into that wall. And that first place is going to go to lane 3, Graham Fry. Second's going to go to John Butler in lane 2. Third place goes to Matt Less for Waterloo in lane 4. Fourth place goes to Kaiser Strobing in lane 1, and they are all anxious to see that time, and they look like they're happy. Let's let that finish one more time. Neck and neck. They dive for the wall, and they are 15 100ths of a second apart. Excellent finish for the Tigers.
Sub 1 minute 100 backs, and they're still in that training part of the year. As we get through and get ready for districts, you'll start to, they'll be doing their tapering and getting ready for that. So some of our swimmers, you're going to see some really good time drops as we get further into the season here.
So that was the varsity, varsity 100-yard backstroke. It brings our team score 105 to 35. And in our next event is junior varsity heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. We have lane 2, Braden Stewart, and in lane 3, Anton Hessenlink. So 100-yard breaststroke, and I believe I saw Anton in that 200-yard IM. He really made up some ground with that breaststroke leg, so I'm expecting a good swim here from Anton in lane 3, and also a good swim from Braden Stewart in lane 2. Junior varsity heat, 100-yard breaststroke, 4 lengths of the pool.
We just finished with obviously the 200-yard freestyle relay and then the 100 back, and you've got a lot of moving water there. Now you get into the breaststroke where it's a very nice, quiet scene here at Holmes Junior High with very little water splashing all over the place. And both swimmers are looking really good right now. Anton's got a good rhythm there on his breaststroke leading after this first 50.
All right, so the halfway mark there for Anton Hessenlink, and now the halfway mark for Braden Stewart in lane 2. Again, junior varsity heat, they're trying to put up their best time of the year. They are racing the clock as well as racing each other and trying to prove to themselves all the hard work they put in the season is paying off. Anton Hessenlink in lane 3 coming back this way now, his final leg. And Braden Stewart making his final turn. There's Braden.
Nice strong finish there for Anton. He's had a good rhythm throughout the entire race, and looks like he finished right around that 120 mark. So good swim by Anton.
Anton looks happy with that one, 120.6. And there's Braden Stewart, finishing strong for the Tigers as well. So they head back to the other end as the varsity heat steps up. So for the Tigers in the varsity heat of this 100-yard breaststroke, lane 1 will be Alex Babbitts. Lane 2 for the Tigers will be Grant Redfern. Lane 3 for the Tigers will be Drew Langner. In lane 4 for Waterloo will be Alex Johnston. In lane 5, Blake Taylor. And in lane 6 for Waterloo, Mac Van Fleet in lane 6. So again, the Tigers in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Waterloo in lanes 4, 5, and 6. For the Tigers, Alex Babbitts, Grant Redfern, and Drew Langner. Boy, Drew Langner really responded to that horn. And he is up with the early lead with almost a full body length.
Yeah, Drew looked really strong right off there, and he's one that's going to be super aggressive on those starts, and
really paid off.
Yep.
He's out there in the smooth water. Drew Langner, your leader. Second and third now. Toss-up between Grant Redfern and Alex Babbitt for the Tigers in lanes 1 and 2. Out there in lane 6, Mac Van Fleet. I don't know that anybody from Cedar Falls can see him way out there. Hopefully they can see him in a turn and chase him down.
That's what they refer to in swimming as outside smoke.
There's that outside smoke, but that's your inside smoke. There's Drew Langner leading this one. He's on fire. And, there. Well, the Tigers got a good look at lane 6 there, and they know he's there now. They know Mac Van Fleet is there in lane 6. So here comes Drew Langner with a strong finish. He's going to take first place for the Tigers. He's going to touch at the 107 mark.
Alex is looking really strong here, too, for this finish.
So Alex Babbitt's Grant Redfern. There's a second for Grant. A third place for Alex. The Tigers sweep that one 1, 2, 3. They somehow track down Mac Van Fleet in that final 25 and bring in those important second and third place points. So there's Drew Langner with his finish. Now watch this for second and third. Bang, bang. Been that close. I mean, they really brought it on strong. That brings up 13 points for the Tigers to bring them to 118. That's 3 points for Waterloo to bring them to 38. So Tigers lead this one by 80, 118-38, as we enter our last couple of events.
Yeah, it's not going to happen tonight, but this last relay is always that fun event to see, especially when you've got a duel or an invite where it's really coming down to that last race. And hopefully we'll see, as we talked about earlier, of where we can see some internal competition amongst the Tigers.
Well, hopefully it starts right here. This is a junior varsity heat of the 400-yard freestyle relay. In lane 2 will be Vincent Hetzenling, Cooper Fort, Jack Peters, and Xavier Macher. In lane 3 will be Patrick Lawson, Noah Veach, Kaiser Strobing, and Lucas Johnson. And in the water, leading off for those teams in lane 2, Vincent Hessenlink, and in lane 3, Patrick Lawson. Your leader, Patrick Lawson, in lane 3. Just 4 lengths for each swimmer in this one. 4 swimmers, 4 lengths apiece. 100-yard freestyle. Depending on how these relays are balanced, this one might tighten up here between the various legs. But right now, the team in lane 3, Patrick Lawson, he's going to hand off to Noah Veach, the second swimmer in lane 3. And Vincent Hessenlink will hand off to Cooper Fort in lane 2.
And Noah's one of those seniors that we recognize, and so, as we stated earlier, this is getting down to the end of their careers, and we really appreciate all the time and effort and leadership that they've put into the Tiger swim team.
So that's Noah Veach there in lane 3, senior. Second leg, this 400-yard freestyle relay. 4 legs to this. This is leg number 2. Coming back the other way is Cooper Fort, the second swimmer for lane 2.
And Noah's been one of our 4-year swimmers, so shows his dedication to the team as well as the sport.
And he's bringing it hard. He's going to hand off now to Kaiser Strobing. Kaiser entering the water now. Third swimmer in lane 3. I'm sure Noah's happy to have that one behind him. Cooper Fort making his turn now, coming back for the team in lane 2. Cooper's going to hand off to Jack Peters in lane 2. Kaiser Strobing now about to turn in lane 3. Cooper Fort now going to hand off to Jack Peters. There's Jack entering the water now. That's an excellent look at Kaiser Strobing in lane 3. Again, the third leg of this four-leg race. So Kaiser's going to hand off to Lucas Johnson in lane 3. There's Lucas entering the water now. He's the anchor leg, final man in lane 3. Nice start for him. Jack Peters making his halfway turn. Boy, Lucas gets nice extension off those turns.
Yep.
Halfway point. And that's down and back for that team in lane 3. That's Lucas Johnson finishing up for the Tigers.
He's got a great underwater there with that. You know, the important part is that dolphin kick, and he's got a really strong kick to get him out there and ready for the rest of his stroke. So good job by Lucas.
All right, Xavier Erbacher entering the water now in lane 2 for the final leg for the Tigers in lane 2. And that's Lucas Johnson touching for the Tiger team in lane 3. So they break the 4-minute mark.
3:44, nice swim.
So it's
3:42. I'm sorry, 3:52.
Yeah, 3:52. So, you know, between them, you know, they averaged under a minute apiece. Junior varsity heat, 400-yard freestyle relay. This is Xavier Ermacher finishing for the team in lane 2 now. Just down and back now to go for Xavier. Crowd cheering him on. The Tiger varsity team's getting ready at the other end of the pool for this final event of the night. 400-yard freestyle. And this could be kind of close with Waterloo. And I think the Tiger teams are pretty well balanced as well. So it could be a good race between lanes 2 and 3 as well for the Tigers, competing against themselves as well as the clock. That's Xavier Ermacher bringing it home for the Tigers. Junior varsity heat of the 400-yard freestyle relay.
This is a good time of the year where you can play around with some of the different equations of your relays and see which ones make the most sense getting into their district season.
All right, so as they cool down to the other end of the pool, just 2 teams for Cedar Falls, 2 teams for Waterloo, and for Cedar Falls in lane 2, Connor Woods, Trenton Holden, Grant Redfern, and Harrison Redfern. In lane 3, the team of Graham Fry, Jack Considine, John Butler, and Cole Wilson. And we just saw John Butler a minute ago in another race. So he's getting the Iron Man here to finish out the meet tonight. The team for Waterloo in lane 4 looks stacked up pretty good. Roscoe Slack, Roman Kafirovic, Billy Hartson, and Micah Johnson, and then Camden Schneider, August Camarano, Philip Bozen, and Angel Vasquez in lane 5 for Waterloo. So 2 teams for Waterloo, Cedar Falls, lanes 2 and 3. 2 teams for Waterloo in lanes 4 and 5. And we've got a nice quick start there for the Tigers once again.
Yeah, Graham did a really, if you remember all of his starts here tonight, he has just been super explosive off the blocks, and what a huge advantage now that they've got about a good body length lead over Cedar Falls B and Waterloo A there.
All right, so Graham Fry in lane 3, Connor Woods in lane 2, currently leading this for the Tigers. They're running 1 and 2. Graham Fry, Connor Woods, just down and back now for them after this turn, just back to the other end, getting a nice early start for the Tigers in this final event. Graham Fry is going to hand off to Jack Considine. Connor Woods is going to hand off to Trenton Holden. This is Jack Considine entering the water now. Trenton Holden ready in lane 2. Seat extends into the water. There's your leader, Jack Considine, lane 3 for the team in lane 3. Trenton Holden now cutting that lead down a little bit in lane 2. It's Jack Considine at the halfway mark of his leg. Trenton Holden at the halfway mark of his leg. So just down and back for those guys as they get ready to hand off to John Butler in lane 3 and Grant Redfern in lane 3.
We'll see if John has any gas left in the tank. Like you said, he's been swimming quite a bit here tonight.
All right, that is Jack Considine. He's going to hand off to John Butler.
Good exchange there by John.
Yeah, very good. And also Trenton Holden handing off to Grant Redfern in lane 2. So Tigers are running away with this final event from Waterloo. Boy, they look really good. Again, that's John Butler, lane 3, freshman.
But it looks like John has plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Yeah, he does.
That's what you get for being young, John.
He does. He recovers quick. And also Grant Redfern in lane 2. And they're lapping the Waterloo team in lane 4. So really nice look at John Butler there, the pool side. Such a smooth turn. Grant Redfern in lane 2. So John Butler's going to hand it off to the anchor leg. That's Cole Wilson's going to bring this one home for the Tigers in lane 3. So John Butler hands off. There's Cole Wilson entering the water now. And Grant Redfern's going to hand off to Harrison Redfern in lane 2. There's Harrison. Well, he really springs off that block. So Cole Wilson in lane 3, right there, turning back towards the starting end. Harrison Redfern going the other way for the Tigers. Cole Wilson bringing this one home. Just down and back now for the Tigers in lane 3 to wrap this meet up. And a big victory for the Tigers over the Waterloo United Trohawk swimming team.
It's going to be a great statement victory. As we were seeing the scores earlier, where Iowa City, one of the dominating teams in the state of Iowa, put up a strong win against Waterloo earlier this year. And Cedar Falls looks to be ready to do the same. And, all these teams do take a peek at how each other are doing against the competition. So I'm sure that this one's going to get some notice across the state.
So the Tiger team in lane 3, finishing first. Tiger team in lane 2. So the team in lane 3 was Graham Fry, Jack Considine, John Butler, and Cole Wilson. Taking first. Finishing second was Tiger team in lane 2, the team of Connor Woods, Trenton Holden, Grant Redfern, and Harrison Redfern. And they looked awfully good tonight, Mike, against this Waterloo United team.
Yeah, and we're seeing guys swim some events that they typically aren't going to swim as we get into the rest of the year. But what a great showing by all of our Tiger swimmers. So many events where we're finishing 1, 2, 3. So hopefully that was an internal goal by the team, and if so, they definitely accomplished that. So, but also great job to all the coaches in getting the team ready for tonight's meet.
And both teams as well. So as they're getting ready to wrap up their season, the final dual meet, the final head-to-head meet here tonight for the Tigers against this Waterloo team. And then Waterloo will wrap up their season next Tuesday against Cedar Rapids Jefferson down in Cedar Rapids. So just thinking about what's ahead for the Tigers and how we look tonight, and the statement that they're going to send around the state after tonight's meet. Mike, kind of your final thoughts on tonight's meet?
What a great way to get ready for districts. These guys are going to put in some definite hard work here in the days to come, and they're going to start doing their taper. And we're through that whole taper process, basically you work your body until you start. It's all about timing, and the hope is that you start resting up enough so when we get to districts, we're going to put up some all-time best from all of our swimmers. So I think they're poised to be in the right position to do that. But it's all about timing. But it looks like we've got a team that's focused and ready to get on to districts.
I think Coach Chelsea Zerbach's got them performing really well. She's got to be happy with the results tonight. And the final score of the varsity meet here tonight, the Tigers 130, Waterloo United 40. So a 90-point win for the Tigers here tonight. So that's our final score. Stick around. We're going to catch up with some of tonight's top performers and get some thoughts from Coach Chelsea Zerbach. You're watching Tiger Boys Swimming here on Cedar Falls.
Meet Linda. Linda just bought a smart home hub and was ecstatic to see her grandkids on their weekly chats. However, this grandma spends most of her time troubleshooting across time zones. Fortunately for Linda, technical support is right down the road. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and connect all of her devices. Now, Linda can chat with her family and ask about their week instead of her password. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
Looking for the absolute best deals in Iowa on new Kias? Witham Kia in Waterloo has you covered. Looking for the Cedar Valley's largest Kia selection? Witham Kia has you covered. We are the Cedar Valley's largest Kia dealer, covering all your needs for sales, service, and parts. Our Kia prices have never been lower, and the savings have never been bigger. See for yourself at withamkia.com. So shop the dealer you can count on. Witham Kia in Waterloo.
Everything we do is driven by you.
The Tiger Booster Club is the team behind the team, working together to support every athletic program in the Cedar Falls Community School District.
We couldn't survive without the Tiger Booster Club. Their funding lets us be able to get our equipment and complete the needs of our programs to make sure that they have everything they need.
The Tiger Booster Club was established in 1975. Its mission has remained the same: to instill Tiger pride in the community and to support student athletes, both at the high school and at junior highs.
We simply could not and would not look like champions on the court without the financial support from our Tiger Booster Club.
We expect to have championship caliber teams both on the field and on the court, and it starts with the basics, including quality team uniforms and training equipment.
The Tiger Booster Club provides funding for new uniforms and new equipment for more than 20 athletic programs.
Money raised through the Cedar Falls Booster Club directly supports every athletic program in the Cedar Falls School District. The three primary revenue-raising opportunities that the Booster Club has are the Pat Mitchell Golf Outing, the Sturgis Falls 5K, and membership.
The Pat Mitchell Memorial Golf Outing brings together alumni, businesses, and community members coming together in support of student athletes.
You just think back and just in honor of Coach Mitchell and everything that I try to do in my life, just everything that he instilled in me, try to implement that in my life and make him proud. I know that just having this day was a big deal for him too, and he always preached on how important it is, and for all the football guys in high school coming up to come out and just show your face in the community and see, just talk to the people of the community and who the people are supporting you guys to just give back. And so I know this day meant a lot for him, so it means a lot for me to come back to.
The second event is the Sturgis Falls Half Marathon and 5K runs, which is the oldest half marathon in the state of Iowa.
Becker has actually done a great job with this race. He took it over a couple years ago, and he's doing amazing things, getting CF alumni from a bunch of different generations. So it's really cool to see. You have guys that graduated, over 5 years ago, and then you have people that are still on the team right now. So it's cool to see all those CF runners here supporting the Cedar Falls program.
Now the Tiger Booster Club is stepping up their game, and to do so, they need you on the team.
We're looking to increase our membership because, our cost of doing business, to do things right with our kids, is going up every year. And the more members we have helps us cover those costs and be able to give our kids a first-class experience.
Team fight! Team fight! Let's go! Team fight!
So how can you join the team? The Tiger Booster Club is accepting new team members all the time, and each membership helps the team reach their goal.
So it's very important that people know that anything they do when they're joining the Booster Club directly goes back to our athletes and helps us be successful.
Cedar Falls is a great place to live, and my idea with this emphasis on community support and emphasis on the team behind the team is to encourage Cedar Falls to take an outstanding community and make it even better.
There are varying levels of membership within the Tiger Booster Club, so you can fit the level that works with your budget and the needs of your family. And businesses who invest in the Tiger Athletics get valuable advertising options within the printed programs distributed throughout the year. As a member of the team, the Tiger Booster Club offers all sports passes to all Tiger Athletic events at the high school and junior high level, with options for total number of adult passes or Cub passes for students in grades K through 6. The Cedar Falls Tigers are stepping up their game, giving their all on the field and on the court. Record setter.
We super appreciate the people who show up to our athletic contests and get in the stands and cheer and support the Tigers. We ask that you take it to the next level and simply join the Booster Club, and then not only are you supporting us with your cheers, but you're also supporting us financially.
We need your support. So there's opportunity out there to still join. And if you need information to do so, it's available on the high school website.
such a big deal going through the high school and just the athletic department supporting us really and just giving us what we need to be able to succeed on the field. And so yeah, I think that this is such a huge day for us just to raise money for a good cause and just to give back to the kids and for them to be able to succeed and play at the highest level possible.
It's just nice to know that you have the community supporting you, and the Booster Club is the the rocket ship kind of that propels that, and people giving money to that, and then all the students that play sports really see that. And I think that's really awesome and really nice just to know you get a community supporting you out on the field, out on the court, whatever you're doing.
Join the Tiger Booster Club and support our team. We need you on our team.
So what are you waiting for? The Tiger Booster Club needs you to join the team. It's time to get in the game and support Tiger Athletics.
We ultimately decided to wait a little bit before we opened things up because we were just coming out of the holiday break, and we know that nationally and locally we had a little bit of a spike, and we want to make sure we don't have that happen here. So we figured that if we waited another week and then reevaluate things, that it would be the best thing for our kids to make sure we continue to keep things safe for them. All of us in school experienced a kick in the gut when we lost all of our spring sports and we saw our kids not have opportunities. And I do not want to ever experience that again. So every decision we make is to make sure that we keep our kids in school and that we give these kids a chance to participate and stay involved in their sports. So if anything, we're going to be a little bit more cautious to make sure we avoid outbreaks and we keep the kids involved. So that's our number one thinking. When we look at our activities, the fact that Cedar Falls TV does so many of our events, it makes it live for the community to be able to watch the athletes. For example, I take a swim meet where Cedar Falls TV came and did our swim meet. The production quality is like you're watching something from ESPN. So it's something that surprises people from outside our community, that when they see a basketball game, a wrestling meet, a swim meet, whatever, that the production quality is so excellent. Susie Hines in our Booster Club social media push is tremendous. And in fact, it saves me so much time because I'm able to retweet a lot of things. She puts together messages for us for the athletic department. So every time there's an event, it goes out on Facebook and Twitter. I have an athletic Twitter account and then I retweet that. So if you follow things on Twitter, you'll get all the information.
To ease kids' fears, at Kimball and Beecher, we want to have a very inclusive, kind of lighthearted atmosphere. Families can expect to have an experience where the dentist is going to listen to their concerns, interact with their children, and hopefully have an experience where the child leaves with a positive feeling. I just love working with kids. I think kids are very honest. I love children because they'll tell you what they're feeling, they'll tell you what they're thinking, and I love helping them to enjoy their time at the dentist.
I enjoyed my job as principal at Cedar Falls High School, and I enjoyed working with parents, students, and staff. The thing I enjoyed most about was watching the students grow and develop, and I always enjoyed simply talking to them to tell them to go Tigers.
I have happy memories at Cedar Falls High School. I met my wife there. We started dating as a sophomore, and we have spent all of our life together. So I'm happy with the Tigers. Go Tigers!
And we are back poolside where the Tigers win this one tonight, 130-40 over the Waterloo United swim team. We're joined by some of tonight's top performers. Our first performer tonight is Cole Wilson. Cole's a freshman here with the Tigers. Cole swam the 50 and the 100-yard freestyle tonight, the medley relay and the 400-yard freestyle relay. Cole, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks. It's much appreciated.
All right, Cole, just talking about tonight's meet. This is your first year with the Tiger program as a freshman. So tell us some of the things you've learned of being with the Tigers here in your first season.
Well, I really learned that it's important to be a family, and the coaches are really pushing me this year, so it's great.
Obviously not your first year in competitive swimming in general. So tell us some of the differences you've observed between, swimming with club and then now swimming with the high school team. How does it compare?
Well, there's a lot of differences. High school is more of a team sport, where club is more of an individual sport. And we really put an emphasis on training in high school more than we do in club, and we usually get a lot more rest for club meets than we do here. And it's kind of mixed in with the practices during high school.
Well, it's definitely working out for you, Cole. You had some great swims tonight and a wonderful win for the Tigers. Best wishes on the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Cole Wilson, the freshman here of the Tigers tonight, winner in several events. Also, we'll be joined by senior Connor Woods. Connor's a 4-year performer here of the Tigers, competed in the medley relay, the 200-yard individual medley night, and a free relay. Connor, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. A lot of people on the team have been working really hard this year.
Yeah, definitely. That hard work is definitely paying off. So I'm looking at this Tiger team. You've been with them 4 years. So let's talk about what you've noticed in your final season here with the Tigers. Tell us a little bit about this year's team.
This team has been really strong because they've been dedicated to the training program. With a new coach, it's been a lot better than it could have been. And with a strong team and a strong coach, it's just been really fluid, and people have been working really hard.
Yeah, so part of that involves a lot of good preparation. So as you were preparing yourself for your final season here for the Tigers, talk to us about some of the things you've done to get yourself ready for your best final season here with the Tigers.
Yeah, so we have morning practices, lifting 2 days a week, and morning swims every week. So being able to get to those every week on time has been really important for a lot of people on the team to perform better every week at every meet we can do.
And all that hard work really showed here tonight in your final dual meet here with the Tigers. So congratulations on the win, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
That is Connor Woods, a senior here tonight with the Tigers in his final home meet tonight. And finally, we'll be joined by the senior Tommy Paulson, also another 4-year competitor here for the Tigers in his final home meet. Tonight he swam the 200 IM, the 50-yard freestyle, also participated in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Tommy, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. It's been a long 4 years and been putting in a lot of work to get here.
Yeah, definitely. So in thinking about that, Tommy, so, your thoughts on this is your final time, perhaps, competing in this pool here at the Marcussen pool on the Holmes Junior High campus. Talk to us about, kind of what was going through your mind as you're preparing for your final meet here with the Tigers at home.
It's definitely bittersweet because, I put a lot of time into this team, and the team has put a lot of time into me. So I was just kind of thinking about how got to show out and got to work the hardest because this is the last time I'll ever be here, and I want to make sure I go out with a bang, I guess.
Yeah, and you guys definitely did go out with a bang tonight, a 90-point victory over that Waterloo team. Also, just remaining in this season, just a bunch of really big championship meets staring you guys in the face over the next month. So tell me about your mindset as you prepare for the final weeks of your senior season here with the Tigers.
Well, you can't stop working because these are the most important meets of the season, and we've been working hard all season, but now is not the time to stop. We've only got 2 more weeks left before we start to slow down and get ready for the meets. For our final meets, so we got to keep going, got to keep working hard before we finish out.
All right, well, congratulations on the win tonight, Tommy, and best wishes to you the rest of the season, you and the Tigers.
Thank you.
All right, that's Tommy Paulson, the senior, in his final home meet here tonight with the Tigers. And finally, I'll be joined by Coach Chelsea Zerback. Chelsea in her first season with the men's program here with the Tigers. And so, first of all, tonight, a big win, 130-40, a 90-point victory over Waterloo. So, first of all, your thoughts on tonight's meet?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was fun to be able to do this last home meet here, just be able to get it in swim against Waterloo. It's always nice to have that Cedar Valley competition. I was really proud of the guys tonight. We put them in some different events that they don't normally swim, and they delivered. So it was fun to see that. We wanted to try them out in a few different places, and it was good to see that. So.
Yeah, and we talked about tonight. You have a really good mix of seniors. You got good leadership at the top. You got some really strong performers in your underclassmen. So tell us a little bit about this year's team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like you said, it's across the board. It's fun to see them. The seniors are really great leaders, It's always nice to come in as a first-year coach and have that leadership there set in place, and then our juniors as well just have that same kind of leadership attitude. They work hard in the pool. They've been able to get it done for the last 2 to 3 years, so it's fun to have that. And then our freshmen and sophomores, newer to the team, obviously. Our sophomores have 1 year under their belt, and our freshmen this is their first time. So it's fun for me to be able to coach them as their first coach. This class that we have as freshmen are definitely our standouts, and so it's exciting to see what's going to happen with Cedar Falls swimming in the future.
And definitely in the future, there's a new facility in the future and lots of good young swimmers coming up in the future. And in your very near future, a bunch of championship meets. So could you take a minute and just tell us what's ahead for the Tigers in the weeks to come?
Yeah, absolutely. So in 2 weeks we have conference, so that's always a fun meet to be able to go out and swim against those teams that we get to see on a regular basis throughout the season, but everybody at the same time. Just be able to get in there and compete for our school within the conference. And then after that, we have Fresh Soft Conference, which is a really awesome meet where our freshmen and sophomores really get to show what they have. I'm excited for that meet just as far as what we talked about with our younger guys, being able to go out there and see what we can do, see if we can have a little bit more of a leg up on some of the competition with our younger guys. And then after that, we have districts, and then we've got state. So it'll be fun to finish off the season here in the next few weeks. And the guys have worked super hard this season, so I'm excited for them to be able to see the fruits of their hard work. It's always nice when you have that kind of hard work behind you that you can rely on to be able to swim fast. I always tell them that feeling good is not a prerequisite to swimming fast. Working hard is, and they've done it. So I'm excited to see what they can accomplish.
Yeah, and accomplished a big win tonight. We must admit we talked a little bit about a little stumble out of the gate there with your lead medley relay tonight, but boy, the Tigers recovered so nicely and it really brought back just a dominating performance tonight here at Marcussen Pool.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's always fun to be able to finish off the season, and especially with our dual meets, to be able to give that to our parents as well. They work so hard throughout the season. We have fantastic parents here. They just step in everywhere and volunteer in every position that we have, and to be able to do that for the community too is always fun at the last meet. So.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations on the win tonight, and best of luck to you and the Tigers the rest of the season.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You bet. And that is head coach Chelsea Zerbach here with the Tigers, where they win tonight over Waterloo United Trailhawks, 130-40. For Mike Bobbledike and the rest of the Cedar Falls Community Television crew, I'm Jeff Engel. Thanks for watching.